All right, so the last exercise that we did was kind of like super light, but it was nightmarish. I can't remember. There's one or two more that we did. Basically, it was like this. I can't have my feet too crazy long, but imagine there's a stick here. You use the barbell on this side. And the exercise was quite simple. We start off like this. We go up and I turn as much as I can here. Get that right glute engaged. I'm feeling this way, I'm pushing up as I turn. And then step, kind of like the driver stance. And then turn as hard as I can, and then that gets this glute super, super engaged. Okay, after that, it's like staggered step row. So kind of like that, 20 kilos, just to engage the lats a little bit more. And then we go into the final variation with this. So kind of the same thing, going up and making sure that I'm wide as possible. Whenever your weight is here and turning, this core isn't engaged. So if you put the weight further out, that engages the core more. Two things happen. If you start putting the weight further from your axis point, if you're strong, the core, and you kind of brace it, you kind of keep your structure, right? Usually you kind of know when there's a strength issue is, let's say if I move to the right and this isn't engaged properly, I'll shift and compensate with my body. I'll kind of do that. And that's kind of how you know you're not engaging with the core properly. But anyway, I'm gonna try to do this properly because Kieran was really hard ass on this one. Kind of basically, turn as wide as you can, keep it as wide as you can, step, and then this knee needs to stay out for me as I push. And I'm trying to remember if there's any other exercises that I did, but I think that would be all of the exercises that I did through and through to kind of get that right glute more active. Kieran's methodology is very interesting. Basically, kill the hamstring first, butt blast the hamstring so it can't fire anymore. It can still stabilize, but it can't really fire. And then once that's out of the way, only the glute can engage. And then that's kind of when I start feeling the muscle activate way more. It kind of felt more numb on the right than left. Numb wasn't the right word, dull. So I kind of described to him that in the plane of motion where I'm going down this way, I can feel the glute very easily. So we're kind of working on getting it engaged through this plane of motion because I want to go up in the back so we can kind of get the width, right? Basically, how we can get to that point where I get the glute engaged in the top while going up is I need to stretch the hamstring in the top of the swing. So if all of this is stretched, then I can get to the glute. But if it's not, then the hamstrings are going to take over and fight through this way. But yeah, that's basically all the exercises. Learned a lot today.